ladies, you made it to the #1 video in this 3-part series. I'm Allie, your Fitness Life personal trainer. And if you didn't catch the last 2, make sure you hop over and take a look at those videos. That way you have the top 3 things you can really focus on to get your fitness results with the little amount of work. Now, I wanted to cut through all of the crap on social media and give you your top 3 things that you can work on that are going to give you results. Now remember, I do go in depth in this with my 6-week challenge. So if you want to take these top 3 and dive in and learn more, make sure you follow me on social media at Allie Smith Figure, and you'll join our next challenge. When somebody walks up to me and says, hey, I really want to look like you, what is something that I can start doing immediately? This is it. This is what I say to all females. All right. So #1 way to make the biggest impact is your protein intake. There's a lot of macro calculators out there. Now, really quick, macro is short for macronutrients, which are your carbs, proteins, and fats. So these calculators will help you calculate how many of these you should be eating in a day. They can be kind of complicated and a little bit overwhelming. That's also assuming that you want to track all of your macros. So we're going to talk about a couple things on how much protein should I be eating. What if I don't want to track my food? What are some other options? All right. And if you're a vegetarian, don't leave me. I got some information for you too. Okay. All right. So a lot of times with those macro calculators, they're going off of your body weight. This might be fine for a very petite individual, but not a lot of us are that petite that will work for us. So the problem with that is if you, let's say, for example, weigh 200 pounds, is it's telling you that you should probably eat roughly about 200 grams of protein. That is a lot of protein. I don't ever want you to go over 160 grams, okay? So this is your max, 160. When you use those calculators, you really want to find one, if you are going to use one, that takes into account your body fat percentage. What this is we find out how much lean mass you have on. So we're not calculating your protein off of your whole body. We're taking it off of just the lean mass. If, let's say, you did weigh 200 pounds, just for kicks and giggles and my math capabilities, we're going to say 100 pounds of that is mass, okay? This is muscle. Based off of those calculations, that's giving you 100 grams of protein. Way far from your max, so you're safe. The best way is to use your lean mass. As your lean mass increases, so will your protein. Now, a little thing I do with my clients. I have often clients come to me and they are super, super low. It's very, very common for a female to only eat anywhere from 80 grams to 90 grams of protein, which is super low. I always want a female to be over 100 at least. Even my smallest client is over 100 and she's very, very petite. What I like to do is I like to gradually get you to where you should be. If you are here, then we're going to slowly increase. Sometimes what I like to do is I'll like to increase it by 10 grams a week, and then slowly get you up to where you should be. So what I want you to do is add 10 grams to each day for the week. And then the next week, add another 10 grams and add another 10 grams. So then you can eventually get where you should be. Now, where should you be? So without knowing your body fat and without going to a supplement store or your local gym and asking a personal trainer to take your body fat, where should we work up to? So an easy calculation is to take your body weight. So let's just do 200 pounds. You're going to times that by 0.8, and that will give you how many grams of protein you should focus on. It still is going to be a little high if you do not have very much muscle mass. So if you know that you're a very soft individual and you have never really worked on your protein or lifting weights, I would probably suggest to go find out how much muscle mass you have. That is going to give you a better calculation. What I do not want this to do is to overwhelm you. Okay? So if you are already having a panic attack, take a breather and wipe your slate clean with me, all right? So let's just wipe it all clean. We don't want to overwhelm, because if overwhelming is going to freak you out and then you're not going to do anything. So I want you to work on increasing your protein. Forget the numbers, forget the tracking, everything like that. How do we increase our protein without tracking? It is said that you should have a palm size of protein in each meal. All right, so no tracking your macros, just simply using your hand as a guide, which is kind of awesome because this guy comes with us everywhere. So that means when you're sitting down for breakfast, let's say you love eggs in the morning. Well, yes, that's one egg, but here's the other rule is that it should be also the thickness of your hand. And the reason why this is so cool is because the bigger individual, the bigger the hand, the more food they need. The smaller the individual, the smaller the hand. So take a look at your hand and figure out, okay, you know what? That could be probably about 2 eggs scrambled, possibly 3, with the thickness and all of that. All right. And then come lunch. Well, let's say that you decide to have chicken and rice. Well, then about a chicken breast. And then come dinner. That's probably about 6 ounces of steak if you decide to have a steak. So use your hand as a reference. Now, another trick to have high protein snacks. Females really throw their diet out the window when they're having snacks. We grew up thinking almonds are a really good snack. Well, they are healthy for you. They've got healthy fats, but they have a lot of calories in the small amount. 1 ounce of almonds fits barely in your palm, and it's probably about, if I remember, 200 calories. Whereas a Greek yogurt, my favorite brand is Oikos 000 because it has 15 grams of protein. This guy, I have no many calories. It doesn't have it on this, but I know it's under 200. So make sure that you choose high protein snacks. Base your meals around protein, and that will help you feel fuller longer. It takes a little bit longer to digest, so that way you're not always craving. And by the way, another trick with these is they're sweet. It really tackles those sweet cravings. Let's just re-summarize all of this information. If you don't have your body fat tested, take your body weight times it by 0.8. If you do have your body weight or your body fat tested, then take your lean mass times it by 1. Do not go over 160. And high protein snacks. Snacks. Trying to hurry so you don't have to sit here and watch me write. Okay? So those are the key things with protein. Now, vegetarians, make sure you check the comments down below. I'm going to give you a document that I wrote for vegetarians, and it will help you figure out this information towards you as well. All right, ladies, thanks for sticking with me for my 3-part series videos. If this is the first one you watch, make sure you check out the other 2. Keep an eye out for my 6-week challenge. I take all those fad diets and all of the fitness information online, and I help you figure out what's going to work for you. It's not a Biggest Loser competition. It's a point reward system, and it gives you objects to complete, a to-do list that gets you closer to your goals and help you find something that you can maintain for a long time and feel better about yourself. All right, so I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.